Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. This is a video on mapping Nifty swings, the Four Purusharthas perspective. I was watching a video on this topic, a video 2 years back or so, but I was recently watching it and I was really amazed at nicely how he maps, it's on YouTube, the Four Purusharthas with Nifty swings. And I wanted to explore that, so that's how this video has arisen. See, the Purusharthas, we have the Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha of the zodiac, and it gets repeated down the zodiac. So this is the first house Dharma, second house Artha, Kama, and Moksha. Again Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. And these are the pillars of our zodiac. The 1, 4, 7 and 10 are pillars. Depending on planets where they basically accumulate or collect over periods, sometimes you will have Venus, Mars in Artha or Kama. I mean, you have planets in particular areas of this, and therefore they contribute to the making of life. Life itself is nicely balanced by the Four Purusharthas. So if we can account how the Nifty swings adapt to these changes of planets in various positions of Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha, then is there a correlation or not between the position of the planets in these four Purushartha sthanas and Nifty is the question in this research angle. So what we did was we already have an Excel file to calculate given a date of birth. Here I have given the items are to be selected and the place wherever your stock market I have taken as Mumbai 5.5 hours time zone with latitude and longitude, and then the closing time I have taken, and for every day we pull the data of all the planets, and this we already had a file, so it calculates the position of the planets. Not only that, it finds where in which rasis these planets are positioned, and therefore taking Kala Purusha's sign as the Aries as Dharma, it calculates the total quantification for the planets. Suppose here Moon and Rahu are there in Dharma, so their contribution goes to 47. And not only Dharma means what? Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. So there is a planet in Aries. There is nothing in Leo. There is a few planets in Sagittarius. All three add up to 47. And how is this calculation made? We have to check on that. Here is not on this. I think given it at the end of this place. Yeah. The idea is Moon is the fastest moving planet. Mercury is the next. Venus, Sun, Mars, Jupiter, Rahu, Ketu and Saturn are the speed of the planets. According to the speed of the planets, how fast they move, their contributions are given in terms of the Fibonacci number, as I have seen in the video I am referring to here. You can see it, the author himself gives these numbers. So just to have these numbers in terms of I think 100 and of that order of magnitude, he gives these numbers, and therefore we calculate based upon, just I have a calculator function now on number of planets in Aries, number of planets in Leo, number of planets in Sagittarius, their contributions getting added up for Dharma. Similarly for Artha, Kama and Moksha. So this way, once we calculate for each date, we get the Nifty close data also from the internet, and we parallelly put this Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha from the previous. Only thing is you might have many dates here, and the Nifty sometimes it might have no date some, yeah, for instance, 1 is not here. So that way I'm pulling numbers here. And I was checking Dharma plus Kama. Here I'm checking Artha plus Moksha, because the opposite poles, Dharma and see, the Dharma opposite is Kama. They make a pair, they go very well. Because like for the fire and airy signs, they more the air, the fire will be very nicely going up. Similarly, earth and water go very well. That's why Artha and Moksha, they go well. Kama and Dharma, I mean, it's the same. Dharma and Kama opposite here, just as Dharma and Kama opposite here. Artha and Moksha, Artha and Moksha. So you will have only these two poles repeatedly at the two poles of the zodiac. So the opposite poles go very well. That way I thought I will add up also Dharma and Kama and Aksha, the opposite poles together, and check if there is some correlation. The idea here is we have the Nifty, and what I checked was I was checking the correlation function from in Excel, and I pulled out data for 2023 alone here, and the correlation comes out to be negative for Artha. That is this is the correlation between Nifty as a data pulled from internet and the Artha score that we have here as over the period. So that is not that strongly correlated. Kama is also not that strongly correlated. Nearer one, it's a good correlation. Dharma and Moksha are very nicely correlated. The correlation coefficient between Nifty close and Moksha is approximately -7864. This is a relatively strong negative correlation. When Nifty close goes up, Moksha tends to go down, and opposite way, because it's a negative sign and a good correlation. And it's all the more stronger correlation with Dharma for this particular year. So I was checking the DK, the Dharma plus Kama correlation. That did not, I mean, it was also okay, but not that great. Similarly, AM, which is the Artha plus Moksha, that was a negative correlation. So I was getting these numbers, I plotted them here. So we have the Artha, which is this red in color. We have the black one, which is the Nifty actual realistic data, true data. Comma is somewhere here, and you see, you can make out easily from here. There, of course, there's some trend here. So what I did further was, I went to the internet and this particular website called Statistics Kingdom. So you can do regression there. I just pasted the Artha, Kama, Moksha, Dharma and the Nifty scores and checked for the correlations. I got an equation for that, and it was excellent R squared there. Therefore, I used that R squared if it was good for that year, and then got the Nifty score based upon that correlation. It's a linear correlation. And then tried to plot that with, and it was amazingly a nice fit, fairly. See, it's going down and it is also going down. The up is showing up here. There is some drop here which is not very prominent in the actual Nifty close, but generally trend is going up totally. And for the year, it is also going up totally here. So this equation fairly represents the movement of the Nifty very nicely. So, but more the data, actual truth it should be tracked not only for 1 year, it should be tracked for all the years and checked. What I did check, but the correlation was not holding good for long years of data. I pulled from 2020 to 2000, which is 2000 to 2023. That correlation, at least the linear correlation, is not holding good that well. There could be a non-linear correlation. I have not got into all that, or it could be there will be a better correlation with, I felt, in terms of the Kashinatha Hora that we did. Can we check that? Because now we have the main sheet here, or rather here, and we can have multiple columns trying out what is Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, and other charts as well, like Hora chart or something, and we have multiple combinations. I mean, this is just a scope for research. I have not done anything new because this is already published by the website I am showing you in the description, and I'm just wanting to explore that further. So it's a wonderful work done by the author there. So I wanted to just get into that and think on those lines. That's all. Nothing arrived at, because when you take more data, the correlation breaks. But this is, I wanted to introduce the usage of this nonlinear multiple regression that you can use by just plotting the various x's versus y and getting the regression coefficients and checking how good the fit is with multiple factors. You can have try for other y's. I have tried the y of the Nifty. You can try other x's, combination of other x's. So x by x, I mean the Artha, Kama, Moksha, Dharma here. One could use maybe the Hora position or so many things. I mean, astrology has parameters, umpteen parameters. There is no limit to that. But I felt this is fairly a good representation for the year, and one maybe can use this equation to exactly get what is expected. So now this will have more than see, this is till October. But if you want this data to be pulled for other dates, I mean, you can have for any number of dates. This, though the Nifty number might not be there, you can have these numbers, the Artha, Kama, Moksha, which are all astrological parameters that you can have, and therefore you can have the Nifty predicted data from for any number of days from now on. But how close it is going to be, I felt the Nifty numbers were quite, needed adjustment in the formula for other years. Maybe this fit is better for this year. For the next year, you might have need a different fit. But just a tool to explore. That's all. This has you cannot use this tool directly for making maybe making money because this is more for a research purpose. So that I want to place this on the downloadable link. Give it a try, and maybe suggest improvements or what other excess we can use, so that yeah, we all try to get if there is indeed a correlation. Thank you very much.